Yeah, baby, what up? All right, so we're chilling here at the offices of Champions Fitness. This is my corporate office, Barbarian Brothers. Who else we got up here? Wade, my buddy Wade, he died. He OD'd on drugs. That's Wade in the corner. The Ultimate Warrior. You guys know the Warrior. Freaking love the Ultimate Warrior. Then we got all my awards and trophies on the other side of the office. Yeah, lots of cool shit. This is my domain. This is where we get shit done, man. This is where we make all the money. This is where all the decisions are made that make all the money. That's what's up. You got to have a place, man, to where you can think. You know what I'm saying? Where you can go in, shoo everybody out. I lock that freaking door and I make all the decisions here that are going to make me the money in the next month, 2 months, next year. All right? Everybody needs that quiet place, man. It's awesome. You know what I'm saying? To have your own freaking office. Coordinate all your own moves. It's a chess game. Every freaking day, it's a freaking chess game. Plan your moves. Strategize how you're going to make money for the upcoming year, for the upcoming month, for the day. I wake up and I'm like, I strategize the day on how I'm going to make money for that freaking day. Let alone, you know, each month, each year, each quarter, whatever. Yo, here's what's up. So, we're going to talk about two companies that shorted Tesla and how long it took for them to finally cover because they lost their asses. This is a great example of hedge funds just holding out and refusing to cover, refusing to freaking cover, even though they're paying a large percentage, a short borrowed interest to not cover, yet they believe, later Adam, thanks brother. Yet they believe at some point it's going to turn around in their favor and they don't have to cover. But then, of course, with Tesla, that never happened. Therefore, here we go. Let's start with David Einhorn. David Einhorn started with in 2016. Started with $15 billion. Started shorting Tesla. All right, in 2016. By the time he made it to 2020, refusing to throw in the towel, still hyping that he was one step ahead of Elon Musk and that this company is going to crumble. He's now down to $1 billion in 2020 to where he finally covered. It took him 5 years, 2021, to completely lose everything before he covered his position, ending this whole charade at $1 billion, starting with $15 billion down to $1 billion. He swindled away $14 billion by shorting Tesla and getting burnt. Took him 5 years, though, to finally cover his entire position. 5 years. Let's go to Jim Chanos. Started with $7 billion. He began shorting Tesla in 2015. Did not go as planned. By 2018, he was down to only $2 billion. By 2019, he was down to $932 million. All right. By 2020, he was down to $405 million to where he finally closed his position entirely. From what I hear, though, he might still have a smaller short position. Why? I don't know. But he apparently closed 90% of his position after 6 years. He held out for 6 freaking years while losing his ass. So the first fella, we're looking at a 5-year hold, losing his ass, paying short borrowed interest. Chanos, which there's 2 other guys I'm not even going to go into because it's the same freaking story. They will hold for 5, 6, 7 years while paying all this interest, while dwindling away their investment capital to where they get to the point to where they no longer even have to file with the SEC because they're broke. They've completely swindled, which, hey man, they're short. These guys going short on these big companies, the only thing they care about is destroying the company. It should be illegal. Shorting these tickers should, and these companies, even when you've got a company like AMC, they were on their last freaking leg, they were about to go under. It's an American icon. It's like Coca-Cola, AMC, you know what I'm saying? Yet all Citadel gave a shit about was putting the last nail in their coffin, and they got fucking burnt. Screw you, Citadel. Screw you, Jim Chanos. Screw you, David Einhorn, because the only thing they care about is destroying the company, because that's what shorts do. They prey on the fail. They prey on the fail, and they get burnt. GME, you got burnt. AMC, y'all got burnt. You see what I'm saying? My point here is, how long do these idiots plan to bleed? 5, 6, 7 years in the books. They're used to bleeding for 5, 6, 7 years before they throw the towel in. So will it be 2022 the Citadel finally closes? You know, what's going to get them to close? You know what? Bleeding harder is what gets them to close usually. But in scenarios like Jim Chanos, shit, man, Tesla was up $700, $800, $900, $1,000. He still didn't close his position. And it goes to show you that margin calls don't exist. Once your investor talks to their broker and they've already arranged a deal and the broker is fine with the investor just paying the short borrowed interest, margin call doesn't exist. It's rare to have the call at this level. It's rare because a margin call is bankrupting the company. You see what I'm saying? They already know. Once the broker calls and forces the close, they're bankrupting the investor. Okay, so it's not like one day, hey, surprise, surprise, we just no. It doesn't work that way, all right? Especially when there's all this time to plan ahead. Plan B. What's plan B? Same thing Jim Chanos did, same thing David Einhorn did. What's plan B? Same thing David Einhorn did, same thing Jim Chanos did. They begin betting on the success of the company in hopes of balancing the books, but it was too late in both of their scenarios. But what is Citadel doing? Didn't Citadel just invest in some options, some calls, didn't they? Yeah, so now what Citadel's trying to do is balance the freaking books. They're creating new shorts in hopes of shorting at a higher level, but they're still holding their lower positions that are never going to happen. They're never going to get this thing back down low enough to cover those positions and succeed and come out ahead. So let that sink in. There you go. That's how long these guys will torture themselves before they throw in the freaking towel. Y'all have an awesome afternoon. Doge Warrior out, baby. Shaboom! Peace!